Hello! It is I, Nick, of the BoneHeadClan.
And it is I, Matthew, also of the BoneHeadClan.
We're going to speak at this volume, so, excuse me, so we drown out the fan, okay?
Alright.
So, let's pause for a moment, because I might be able to do noise removal. And we're back! Thank you for waiting. The audio quality might sound better now. I don't know. Hey, we're going to talk about the new Smash Bros. Game.
Yes.
I haven't really talked about it with anyone but Matt. I muted Discord notifications. I muted Twitter. I'm not using Twitter or Discord or anything to talk to anyone about Smash because, frankly, I'm not excited. I don't like it. I'm very, very wary. And pretty much I hate a lot of what I've seen so far. So I'm going to get into a lot of arguments with people, and I don't need that shit. I'll get into an argument with Matt, because he has no choice, because he's living here temporarily.
That is correct,
yes. And Matt wants to talk about the game. Matt's excited.
I'm excited. I love what I see, for the most part, anyway. I'm
going to have to read that. That's going to be in the video.
Should I repeat
Matt, say that sentence again.
Yeah, I said I love what I see, for the most part. I'm excited for the game.
You had more vigor. Say it one more time.
I mean, I love what I see, for the most part. Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, man. Also, actually, no, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
He likes something that I hate. Let's go back. Let's wind the clocks, man. I hate Smash 4. When Smash 4 was first coming out, I was so excited for Mega Man, and Wii Fit Trainer. Holy shit, everything. Yeah, I was gonna see what they were gonna do with Stage Builder. They're gonna have a fuck ton of characters, new stages, new modes. But the only complaint I had when I first saw the game, and I said, it looks like they're putting a lot of focus on flashiness. I hope that doesn't overstay its welcome. I hope that doesn't take focus away from characters and stages and modes. And when the game comes out, yeah, it definitely shows that it did, because the game is super flashy, it's super cartoony and ugly looking. I don't like how it looks, I don't like the flashy effects. I don't like most of the modes that are in the game. They changed Classic mode. There's no form of adventure mode whatsoever. We got Smash Tour instead of Smash Run. The customization for characters is shitty. The unlocking system for anything is shitty. Pretty much everything is shitty in Smash 4. Oh, especially the gameplay. Hang on, let me rant real quick.
Alright.
Compared to Melee, and no, I'm not a Melee fanboy, but I also really love Brawl. And no, I'm not just a regular casual. Not regular casual.
Alright.
Hold your tongue, wench! I really love 64, and I really love all of them except Smash 4. And that's probably because it was made not entirely in-house. It was made by a different team with a different philosophy. They looked at Smash 4, they're like, let's make a fighting game, right? That's why there are all these combos. That's why there's characters with unique mechanics. That's why you can air dodge 50 fucking times in the sky and not have any negative repercussions for it. That's why they took out directional air dodging. That's why wave dashing is gone. Dash dancing is there, but it's harder to do. But I just don't like the way Smash 4 plays. Now I see this trail, I'm like, holy shit, fucking every character ever! That's what I wanted! Alpha and Omega versions of stages. That's awesome! That's something I wanted. Kind of. And they changed up the gameplay. And, they added directional air dodging again. That's cool. They added a different version of shield breaking, which I really like because I hate people spamming shield all the time. It really pisses me off. But now you get launched in a really weird way. You get sent like a fucking cannon Mach 10 and then you just stop after a second. I'm like, that's terrible. That's not how physics work. And, well, a game doesn't have to make sense. It has to make sense the way you're playing it. And I don't know how anyone is going to play that and be like, yeah, this makes sense. I'm having fun. So I'm really concerned more than anything with the gameplay department. So no matter what stages they put in, no matter what new features, what new characters, no matter if they put a story mode, new modes, new connectivity, anything, I fear that I'm just not going to be able to enjoy it because of the base game. Matt, you really like the game.
I do.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Alright, fine. I'll talk about what I like about the game, I guess. I'll pull out some things I dislike as well.
Yeah.
Things I like. I actually am a huge fan of the new mechanics they're adding in, like the new techniques you can do. Like, they have a new perfect shield feature, where if you unshield at the last second, then you perfect shield and you can attack right after. I like ladder attacks, They took away... Apparently you cannot do wave dashing, even though you can do directional air dodge. However, you can wave land. So this removes that stupid feature of wave dashing a lot, because we don't need another movement option. It's kind of dumb. You can only air dodge once in the air, which I like. It allows people to juggle you more, but at the same time we have high air mobility, so we can land in that way instead. There's no ledge hogging. There's no ledge hogging, because you can ledge trump now. Well, you can still ledge trump, which is great, but you can directional air dodge into the ledge to grab it, which is a big problem I had with Melee, because a lot of the time you just couldn't do that for some reason. What else do I like, Nick? I can't remember. What else did I say? Oh, the knockback feature is a little weird, because you do go flying really fast at a weird arc, and you just stop abruptly. Now, the thing I dislike about that is that it's clunky and doesn't really make much sense, but I also kind of like it because you go to where you're supposed to go really fast, and if you stop abruptly, then it gives you a fighting chance to come back. Otherwise, you just die. It also removes, for the most part, team combos. It actually balances out more, because now people can't do those silly footstool combos, and they can't lead up to things easier. So, there's that as well. It gives you another chance to land better. What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I think that's about it for the most part. Nick looks like he wants to say something.
I do. I really do. Yeah, I really do like the idea that they added ladder attacks. A lot of the mechanical changes you said I liked, but the problem is it's still Smash 4. Oh, that's a good debate. We'll get to that, but the game is a port of the Wii U and 3DS versions of Smash 4. And they're Ryu and 3DS. The Ryu and 3DS.
The Ryu and 3DS version.
Super Smash Bros. Switch is a combined port of the Wii U and 3DS version with added features and changed features. That's how I look at it. And some of the features I liked that were added was the ladder mechanic, the directional air dodging, that's back. You said juggling, and I got scared because you always do up air. Your Mario, you go.
They took that out too. Can't do that anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah, not combo oriented for the most part.
Yeah. See, that's the problem I was gonna say, because it's a port, right?
Yeah.
It's still using Smash 4's gameplay mechanics and design philosophy, and while they changed a bunch of shit, you're still working with a game that was designed to do something else than what you're trying to do with it. That's like trying to workshop, let's say, like a Halo game, like Halo 1, to play like Halo 5. Like, the game was not at all designed for you to be boosting and sprinting and slamming into the ground, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be very weird and very clunky for that to happen, and that's how I look at this, and that really concerns me. It may end up being great, it might be the most fun Smash game I have, but it's built off of Smash 4, and that's gross. And, like, you know how Brawl's really fun, right? But they made it really floaty, and they took out, like, well, what you can do in Melee, because they were bugs, quote-unquote, that they fixed.
Yeah.
But then you have something like Project M, right, which is based off of Brawl. And since Brawl is based off of Melee, they just basically took Brawl and got rid of the shit it did wrong and did more of the shit it did right.
Yeah.
Right? So you could even say that Project M is basically Melee too, right? It has the right design philosophy.
Yeah.
And it's trying to do more of what Melee did, rather than taking Smash 4, which tried to be a fighting game, and do what Melee did. You know, imagine if you took Melee and you're like, let's make this a combo-oriented, heavy one-on-one fighting game. And that's what the competitive community did, but with a very unbalanced game, right? With a lot of bugs, a lot of glitches, and it doesn't work the same way. You need to say something?
You don't know. There are so many combos in Melee that are frustrating.
I know. Because it was a sequel to 64, which was the first game in the series, right?
There are combos in 64 that are frustrating, Nick.
You're missing my point.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't designed with that philosophy. People manipulate it in a different way. It's very hard to manipulate a game like Smash 4 when it's designed for combos. It's not designed to just send people flying. It's designed to keep people there while you beat the shit out of them into different loops while you have to wait, struggle, trying to get out of it just so you can play the game again. I hate that. That's why you hated PlayStation All-Stars. Video plug, All-Stars discussion video. You kept getting stuck in combos, right? You remember your Heihachi, was it?
Yeah, Heihachi.
Versus me as Radic. You couldn't even touch me.
Yeah, because Radek, you can
I combo you to cross the map!
You can while you're actually on the other side of the map. You can combo me from the other side of the map.
So, that's broken. That's completely broken. But the game was addictively fun. Because while people, like me, manipulate that for one-on-one play, right? Mm-hmm. It is designed to be a party game. And whether you play with items on or off, it plays much better with at least 3 people. It just plays much better that way. Because that's what it's designed for. Hell, if you took All-Stars, you got rid of the ability to do combos, it would probably be a lot like Melee. In terms of just, like, raw fun. You know what I mean?
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, there'd still be that issue of, God damn it, I have to build up a meter. You know what I mean? Let's say you got rid of that mechanic. That game feels so good to play. Imagine if you were just beating the shit out of people. You know what I mean? There wouldn't really be a point to get them stuck in combos unless you're trying to stack damage. Believe it or not, All-Stars was designed to be a fighting game. It was designed to appeal to fighting communities, but at the same time, for multiplayer. So, I think that's a very good balance, at least when you're doing multiplayer. Ignore the excessive lag in the audio. That's normal for Audacity. Yeah. But let's go back. What did you... Because we know I don't like mostly everything there. Because I will say things I'm excited for. What didn't you like? So what did you say? And you're like, I don't like that.
Aside from not getting more characters, like ones I wanted.
Being as we're putting a lot of focus on bringing old characters back into the game and refining things, don't expect too many new characters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's alright, Sakurai. I know how hard it is to port your old assets. Go ahead. Yeah, you don't like how there's probably not going to be too many new characters.
Yeah.
Right now we have 2.5 new characters.
2.5, yes.
Two and a clone.
Yeah, we have 2 and a clone right now.
We have Echo Fighters now. Ooh, that's just not a nice way to say clone.
Yeah, they just didn't want to put the name clone over
Yeah,
it.
because it's negative. It's a negative term.
I'm calling it an Echo Fighter. I'm calling it a clone. They're going to call it an Echo Fighter. It doesn't... It's...
A new Echo Fighter has joined the battle. Metal Mario.
It'd be hilarious.
It would be.
Actually, I wouldn't even mind that all that much.
What if he got a metal box? It would just be double metal. It'd be funny as hell.
Yes, he would be.
Because he'd be normal metal, so whenever he jumped, he'd be like, whoop! Whoop!
You would...
He can wave dash!
You can wave dash by jumping.
Scrap dead. Scrap. Wait, what didn't you like? Yeah.
I didn't think about it because I focused more on the positive and negative, honestly. I actually can't remember. I can bring up more negatives. I don't know. There are things I'm iffy about because although I do somewhat like the whole idea, still that they did in Smash 4, like, there's no ledge hogging, you can take the ledge from someone. At the same time, I feel like if there was ledge hogging, the game would play completely different. Like,
it would.
More in, like, a bust-them-up type of way, not, like, a combo-oriented way. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't bust them up.
Well...
I think bust them up, I think, like, Ninja Turtles.
I mean, like,
bust them up!
You knock them off the stage, you take the ledge, and they're dead.
Yeah, I hate that. That's something. Granted, I love Legacy XP. Mm-hmm. Right. By the way, for people who don't know, Super Smash Bros. Legacy XP is a mod of Project M, which is a mod of Brawl. It basically takes what Smash 4 is doing wrong and does it right. In that game, there isn't ledge jumping. You grab a ledge, someone else can't grab it, but you can still be smacked while you're on the ledge. I don't know if there's any invincibility frames. There might be, but I don't remember. But that's something I don't like. But in that game, it doesn't matter too much if you can't grab the ledge while someone's on it, because most of the time you're not getting back. If you can't even hit somebody while they're hanging there, you're probably not getting back to the ledge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get sent flying because it has the whole design philosophy: send your opponents flying. You can do combos, but the combos are constantly pushing somebody away. Mm-hmm. They're not there to drag somebody in.
Another thing I didn't really like too much is that there weren't many moveset changes. I mean, there were quite a few, but I would have loved to see more variety in moves.
Definitely, same there.
Like, things I can point out. DDD. He has a new forward air and back air. He can suck up his Gordo. Ooh, way to go. Mario has Cappy as a taunt.
I don't know if that's just a taunt, because he does it really fluidly. So either his taunt is an actual move, or I didn't see him use his fireball.
You're right.
They might have replaced his... I didn't see him use Flood either.
I saw him use Flood.
So his fireball might be gone.
Wow.
Yeah, which is...
It's quite possible.
That's sad, because his fireball's been there since the original game. That was his original neutral B, and he's had that since the original Super Mario Bros.
He does have Fireball.
So what is Cappy then? Because it's not Cape.
It's gotta be a taunt.
Then it's so fluid, so pulls it back in a second. It's the quickest taunt ever. It could be like Luigi's where it actually does hit you. But
That's
then,
possible.
which is admittedly that's kind of funny.
I would love
Maybe
to
it's
see
his
that.
grab.
That's very possible. No, it's not a grab.
So I guess it's just a taunt. So
Yeah.
until we see it in
I've
action,
I've seen his moveset before, yeah.
until we really see it in action, we don't know what Cappy is, other than most likely a taunt.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just air dive. They replaced him with a move.
Replace Cappy. That's awful. Things I also don't like is there are still some busted aspects of the game. Although it's still in development, but I saw the Invitational. Seems to be that Bayonetta is more broken than ever. In some cases, in other cases, she's not. It's weird.
Please nerf Bayonetta! Did you say buff? I'm sorry, I don't hear English too well. Remove extra characters. Focus on ports.
No, but for those of you who don't know, I saw the Invitational. I don't know if you know who MK Leo is. He played Bayonetta, and he destroyed Ridley off the top of the screen at, I can't remember what stage it was actually. It wasn't Dreamland?
Well, Dreamland is basically Battlefield.
No, it wasn't that. It was the other Kirby stage.
What did it look like? What did they have in the background?
They have it in Melee with the bombs.
Oh my god, yeah! That's just a different version of Dreamland.
Yeah, it was in a version of Dreamland. He comboed him off the top of the screen twice. He almost did it 3 times. And
Greens.
everyone was, yes.
I think, yeah.
The crowd started like, boo! And he was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know, it's bullshit.
And then later on, Sakurai comes out and is like, yeah, I noticed a few bugs. And he looked at MK Leo and it's like, some things are gonna be fixed.
There's still a few bugs in the game.
Yeah, so there's that. Sonic, he's really fast, and his back air is fucking incredible.
Do you mind if I bring some? Oh, I'm upset that he still has 2 spin dashes. I'm happy they gave him his more edgy smile, but I'm upset that he has very straight teeth. Sonic has sharp teeth. I'm an adventure kind of guy. Okay, I'm for the like, what do you call it? It's not. I can't say classic, and I don't want to say retro. I'm for the good Sonic era, where everything was awesome and everything really was an adventure and radical and badass. Not for, hey guys, Eggman's a dipshit.
Hey guys.
Or, hey, watch my impression of classic Sonic. Because he doesn't talk. Yeah, no, but I really hate Roger Quicksmith. But I'm mad that he still has 2 spin dashes. They could have given him a Lightspeed dash, they could have given him a boost, they could have given him a lot of things.
I think I would like Lightspeed dash.
I would too. Let me bring up, you remember that video we saw where they were all at Nintendo?
Yeah.
The Nintendo World Store, I guess it was? And they showed Ridley. It said Ridley hits the big time. And someone went, not too big! Not too big! And everyone started cheering, not too big! Not too big! Not too big!
Yeah, this was great.
That was great. That's people coming together. It's wonderful. Yeah, other characters, like Link. This is something I talked to...
Ooh, yeah.
I have a group chat on Discord where I talked to a few people. One of them in there, a friend of mine, Mectro. He loves Toon Link. I hate Toon Link. I wanted Toon Link gone. Completely. And he's like, no. And I'm like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Are they gonna have fucking 3 Links? I don't want Breath of the Wild Link, regular Link, and Toon Link. You might as well just cut Toon Link, since he's just a shittier version of Link, and have Breath of the Wild Link. And what do? They change regular Link, and then they add in Toon Link. Or they add in Young Link. Now we have 2 versions of Young Link, and an altered version of my main Link.
Wait, they were Echo characters.
No, because they were originals.
Yeah, but
when they first came out.
Normally their movesets would be the same if they were Echo characters.
Yeah.
So they're going to have different movesets.
They're not called Echo characters because the only Echo characters that exist right now were created as of Smash 4. Yeah. That's why they're not Echo characters.
If they had different movesets, then fine.
They're going to have the same. Toon Link's going to be the same, maybe with a few tweaks. Young Link is going to be the same, maybe with a few tweaks. Regular Link has been changed. I really, really wish they had added Breath of the Wild Link. The problem is, with what they're doing, that everyone is here! Except Waluigi, Krystal, Bomberman, and Lyn from Fire Emblem.
I really wanted Bomberman.
Yeah,
really want Bomberman.
Rest in peace, my bomb buddy.
I'm glad he's in the game as an assist trophy at the very least. But
I'm not. I wish they didn't show me that. It could have given me hope. Alright, we put Bomberman in. Hey, guys. I wish...
guys, I'm Bomberman!
you remember that animated short? Bomberman! Hey, Bomberman! What do you want, Max? Bomberman! He just keeps saying his name. I forgot what I was talking about.
I don't know.
I know we were talking about Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers?
Oh, Echo characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not Echo characters because they were original characters when they first came out. The only Echo characters are characters from Smash 4 because they are literally the exact same thing. And now, Young Link, you can't say he's an Echo character because Toon Link is an Echo character of Young Link, but yet Toon Link sucks. And really, Young Link is an Echo of regular Link, but since regular Link is gone, now you have 3 different Links. So now, Toon Link is effectively a semi-clone of Link. Wait, no, Toon Link is a semi-clone of Young Link, and New Link is a semi-clone of Old Link, who's no longer in the game. So, sorry guys, everyone isn't here. Link is dead. Hey, I killed him back in Brawl.
There's a Link tunic.
Yeah, there is. How did I forget? Wow, that fixes my issue.
You're welcome.
Who else? I like what they did with Snake's downbeat. He has remote bombs now. It's Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. His double arrow. I do like what they did with him. I just wished he was his own character.
He doesn't have a chain grab anymore either. He actually has to grab.
I'm very sad with what they did to him. They should have just gone the full way. Because think what he could have done, right? Instead of his winged boomerang, which, I didn't really look at his moveset. I just know it changed. I like the idea of the 2 or 3 arrows. I think that's cool. I like the idea of the new remote bomb thing, but I think the bombs are even a bit different in Breath of the Wild. I just wish they gave him a fully brand new moveset, because if you put Young Link back, right, then you have Link, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only problem with that is then you can't say everyone's here, but I believe that not everyone is here still because of what they did to Link. But then you would have had 4 Links in the game. You already have 3. What do we have? We have 5 Zelda characters and 3 of them are Link?
Wouldn't it be awesome to add a DLC for regular Link?
Oh, yeah, I said 5, but I guess Sheik and Zelda are separate characters still. That would be really fun. And I would be really pissed off.
I would too.
Because now Breath of the Wild Link is just going to be a semi-clone of Link. And he's not going to be the Sigma, or the Echo, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean Classic Link is now going to be an Echo fighter because of Breath of the Wild Link?
Right.
Like, why did they do this to me?
I don't know, man.
They did it to spite me. They logged into Discord, they hacked my little chat room, heard what I was saying to Mac, and they were like, that's a good idea. Let's put 3 Links in the game.
It's just like, you could it like Asian.
This homo don't know what they're doing.
Homo don't know.
Homo don't know. Domo arigato. Link go Breath of the Wild. Bye bye.
I like what they did with Little Mac.
I love we're just moving right along.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump ahead. Little Mac.
His face looks a bit weird now. He makes some weird expressions. I like him.
Here's why he's better. He has an amazing ground game. We don't know anything. I'm ignoring this. We don't know anything about his aerial game, which is fine. He was an air fighter. He's all.
Well, you can side B into up B, and then you can air dodge left, right?
So,
to get back on the stage.
He has his jump, double jump. If he's knocked off stage, double jump, wall jump, which is actually pretty good. And then he has side B and up B.
Yeah, so he actually has recovery now.
He's actually has quite a few options now.
You know what I think is really funny?
Yeah, what's that?
Do you remember when Little Mac, when Smash 4 first came out? There was a nice picture of how to describe Little Mac, and it was showing Final Destination. It had a rectangle around it, and it said OP, and the rest of the map said not available. So it was worthless anywhere but on the flat stage.
That's great. That's pretty funny.
That's great. It's good stuff. His Final Smash is different now, which I'm a little disappointed.
Wait, Lomax?
Yeah.
I just forgot what's Lomax.
Well, you can't do transformations anymore. That's something that Sakurai said he wanted to get, which is interesting. Sakurai said he wanted to get rid of clones in Brawl, and yet he had a bunch of clones. Then he said he wanted to get rid of transformations in 4, and they were still in 4.
Yeah.
So it's finally here that there are less clones. Like any clones, they are significantly different than their original origin, anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Except for Young Link, Toon Link, and Link. Can I even call it Breath of the Wild? Should I call it Breath of the Ocarina? Ocarina of Wild? Ocarina of Breath.
Ocarina of Breath. And that is how you play it.
I like what they did. They brought El Sax back. For those of you who don't know, I don't play tournaments, but I do have a tournament name, and it's El Sax, and I play as the Ganon Canon himself. But classic, sexy Ganon, sexy face, that nice, squeezy melee smile where he looks like he might like rape a golem or something. Like he looks like he looks like he'd bend a troll over and stick that sword in it and be like, yeah, you like it?
It's really messed up face.
Yeah. I think I could probably throw it up on the screen, right? Boom! I'm really happy he's back. They finally gave him a sword. I'm upset that he doesn't have a completely original moveset, because I think he should have magic and shit. Yeah. But at the same time, I would be upset if I couldn't play as my L-Sex. Like, now that the costume's there, it's like, okay, don't do this to me. I need to be able to Ganon kick. I need to be able to Ganon Cannon now that my boy is in there.
Yeah.
Because he has never been in there. Not since Melee has the Ganon Cannon been around. Because in Brawl, they're like, let's make him Suit of Armor the character.
Suit of Armor the character.
And then in Smash 4, it's like, let's make him Suit of Armor with some magic fists the character. Because in Brawl, his magic fist, he was worthless in Brawl. I remember when we used to play Brawl a lot with Aram, and he played as Pit, and I played as Ganondorf, and I couldn't even touch him.
I don't blame you for not being able to touch him. It's Pit. Yeah. It's broken.
Yeah, and so is Ganondorf, but in the opposite way.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm upset that Black Shadow isn't in the game, right? I think by this point, a new F-Zero representative is deserved. Because you have, I think, a Japanese exclusive Game Boy game. So 2 Game Boy games. Japanese exclusive is a third one. I may be mistaken. It might just be 2. I should say Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance. 3 F-Zero Game Boy Advance games. An N64 game. An N64 expansion that only came out in Japan. And F-Zero GX. And the Super Nintendo game. So that's 7 F-Zero games. And yet we only have 1 representative. And his moveset is entirely based off of the original fighting game. What was it? Dragon Fighter, I think it was called?
Was it?
Yeah, before it had Nintendo characters. So his moveset is based off of that. And it fits perfectly.
Dude, it's awesome.
Falcon Punch!
Yeah, I wanted to play that game after hearing about that.
Yeah. You never know.
It looks like... We never know. We could play it at some point. Who knows?
Leaks happen all the time, man. We got Toe Jam in R3. But Black Shadow could have been the replacement for old Ganon, and then I could have said...
Yeah.
His name is Black Shadow, right?
I think so.
Black Shadow!
It sounds like it's supposed to.
Shadow Punch! Shadow Punch! Like, you can picture that, can't you? It would be perfect. It genuinely would be... Maybe he'll be an Echo Fighter. Wait, but then there's no point, because Ganon is still pretty much the same. Maybe he'll have magic.
Those are my shoulder. Ah!
Yeah, let's get in there.
That's a weird thing. Something I want to talk about is the DLC characters back. Because, we have all the characters. I want to talk about how the DLCs changed, stay the same.
I would just like to say...
Yeah.
I would have been happy if they had the tagline, everyone is here except Corrin. Because I really hate Corrin. And it's not even just because of the way he plays, it's mostly about how he looks. I hate him. He's a man/woman/cauliflower fucking asshole.
For most of you who don't know, Nick really hates Corrin.
I hate him. I didn't want to buy him as the DLC. Matt was going to chip in for all the characters. He's like, okay, let's get the bundle. I said, no. I said, why? It has Corrin in it. I said, what do you mean? He's like, he just comes in the bundle. I was like, I don't want Corrin. I said, if you purchase Corrin on my system, I will delete him off my console. He's on there now.
I don't
know how I caved in. Yeah, you did something, but I'm like, you could use him for machinimas. You could have him get the shit beat out of him. I'm like, I guess I could.
In case you guys also don't know, Nick doesn't go to tournaments often, but his first tournament he went to, he had a chainsaw sword, and he went under the name... A chainsaw sword controller?
It was a chainsaw controller. It was the Resident Evil 4 Limited Special Sexy Edition, which was a GameCube controller, but in the shape of a chainsaw.
And
so literally on the handle was the Z button.
Yeah.
And another handle was R. On the actual chainsaw was L, and then the rest of the buttons were on the top. There's actually a PS2 version. Right? It has the full PS2 controller layout. It's reddish instead, more like an orange, and it has a pull string.
That's cool.
It doesn't do anything. You can pull it.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick went under the name of Chainsaw, and he played as Korin. It was a chainsaw sword.
Yeah.
You played as Korin. Why did you do that, Nick? I thought you hated Korin.
Wait, no, I didn't play as Korin. I tried.
What?
Because I never bought the DLC.
No. I
played as Link. Because you told me I would never be on stream if I didn't beat a certain amount of people, and I'm like, I don't even play Korin. I'm going to play as Link because he's my best. And I won, I two-stocked somebody in my first match. And he was always like, damn, man. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't play this much. I made him feel really shitty about himself.
I'm sorry, I don't play this much.
I'm sorry. My bad, dude. I don't play much. As I'm holding a chainsaw.
It was really funny.
They did show it on stream. Do you remember what tournament it was? Because
Clash.
I'm in the first video they ever posted on their YouTube channel.
They took it down.
What?
Things got taken down. They didn't take it down. Like, they legitimately lost a lot of stuff. I couldn't find my own video either.
Does that mean my chainsaw's not on there?
Probably.
Is it on Twitch?
Probably not.
Could be though.
Considering how old the video is.
It's like 2 years?
It's
well, that was during the winter. That was with me, you, Aram. I think Donica was there too, wasn't she?
Nah, yeah, maybe.
She was at that tournament. I remember.
Rome and his friend who looked like a fox name.
I don't remember his friend, but I do remember Rome. That's right. Blue, right? Was his
Blue
fantasy name? Should I call it?
Tag.
His Smash persona was Blue.
Smash tag. His persona.
Yo, what's your gamer tag, bro?
Blue.
Nintendo doesn't have gamer tags. They have Smash tags because that's the only online game people care about on Nintendo.
That's correct.
That's like asking somebody like, "Yo, what's your Halo name?" on the original Xbox.
What's your Halo name?
What's your Halo name? Yo, XX Icy Wiener 45 69 lols D, but I didn't put the D because I ran out of characters. Lols D. You got way off topic.
Yeah.
Going back.
DLC.
Yes, you want to talk about DLC?
Cloud.
Cloud.
They nerfed him.
Cloud.
His limit. After he gets it only lasts 15 seconds.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they limited the
limit.
Now the name makes sense.
They limited limit.
But Matt, limits are meant to be broken.
That was terrible.
What's
the relevance?
You had more to say, right?
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not interested. His up air is slightly tweaked, so now it's not as difficult to get around. It's like it's not as great. His side B's worse, which is good.
I thought you meant worse as in like it's worse to fight against. Yo, if they make the next Smash game in space, they should call it Meteor Smash.
It's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
No.
Smash Bros. Meteor Smash.
Super Smash Brothers Meteor. Melee.
So yeah,
you're talking about nerfs and buffs and shit.
Yeah.
But it's DLC.
Bayonetta is DLC. I'm gonna go through all that. That's a lot. Bayonetta. She can do her stupid Bayo combos, and they're actually more effective sometimes. However, you can directional air dodge, so you can just leave them. Apparently. And from what I've seen, people DI'd things out of the combos, and you can just leave them as well, just by doing that. So I don't know how broken her combos are.
Talk about what they did to Korin. That's my favorite part.
They didn't do anything to Korin, but
what? No, they did.
Oh, I think they meant like Bayo to Korin.
What?
Never mind. Yeah, Korin. Korin was nerfed. Korin look. Although there's some things that look buffed. Let me elaborate. Korin's pin looks pretty far. It looks pretty big, but that's just for her side B. Not her side smash looks a little smaller. When she does her side B pin and she kicks, it goes a lot shorter distance now.
Did you say she?
Are
you assuming it's gender?
Korin goes he or she. I refer to Korin as she because all my friends play female Korin.
I call it the what do I call it? The cauliflower, the shit fuck. I've insulted Korin in so many ways.
He hates Korin's design.
God, it's terrible. All that is it's fucking just some random NPC they probably took. Oh, here's a leftover asset from Fire Emblem.
That's not
Let's give
what
it
it is.
stupid hair and no shoes.
It's a
Why doesn't he wear shoes?
It's a playable character.
They play on areas with sharp rocks. Do you know any other character that doesn't have shoes?
Skin. What?
The only good dragon is a dead dragon. Oh, Ridley's in the game. He's a dragon.
Oh,
Never mind. Ridley's fine. He can stay alive. But yeah, continue. Talk about Corrin.
Corrin. Yeah.
So Corrin, what they did to it is they slowed him down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I said him. They slowed it down.
Doesn't matter. Jab looks like it's slower, but I don't know for sure. Dash attack looks like it goes shorter range. Side smash is shorter. Pin looks a little longer from the side B. The kick is shorter from the pin. And up B is really fast, but it goes about the same distance, and they probably reduced the side hitboxes, so now you don't get flipping hit by it or some shit.
This just goes to show, guys, if you want the meta to be fixed, you have to spend another $60.
That's correct, yeah.
$60 for the next patch.
Um,
Because that's all this is, really. Just a big patch. A DLC. A port, even.
dude, Mewtwo's Nair looks awesome.
What is it? Yo, wait,
You see it?
did you see him
Body,
do...
it's like electrocuted. Like his body
He
turns
had that-
purple. No.
That's cool.
You can see
No, I
like
didn't see that.
he turns like a silhouette as he does it.
That's cool. But does his neutral B hurt people again?
I don't know.
I want to see that.
No
because
evidence of it.
in Brawl, they got rid of Mewtwo and Roy, right?
Mewtwo.
And they fucking put Ike in the game.
Yeah.
So, just because his neutral B creates fire doesn't mean he replaces Roy. But they replaced Mewtwo with Lucario, and his neutral B hurt people. And when Mewtwo came back in Smash 4, his neutral B no longer hurt people. And I was furious. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, you didn't give it back to him because Lucario does it. And the only reason Lucario does it is because he's a rip-off of Mewtwo. I know it's so funny. As I said, God, I hate all the fucking clones. And Tom goes, Mewtwo is a clone. I said, no, he's not. Lucario... Oh, fuck you. Because he's Mewtwo.
He's actually
He's
a clone.
literally a clone. Rob is a clone too, then, isn't he? Because
Is he?
Well, he's manufactured.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, because they're all clones of each other.
The Pikmin are clones.
No, they're not actually.
They're not actual clones.
They're like seeds. Yeah, they're nice.
No, but they're at the same time.
I mean, what?
I might clone character.
What?
The Pikmin are clone characters, yeah.
Do you think Alf is going to be his own character now?
He's in the game. No, he's in the game and Olimar.
Oh, he is just Olimar now?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have another Pikmin representative? Because they wanted to make Alf his own character.
I don't think they will, but I would like that.
Rock Pikmin, the character. I would like to see a bunch of Pikmin together as their own character. I think that'd be interesting. I don't know how they do it. It probably would work.
John would love that. He names Dedede and Olimar.
Olimar.
He has a huge love for them for some reason.
So you're going to say something else. I'm glad you got that different direction.
He has a huge love for them.
You could have just ended it. He has a huge love. Oh, does he, Matt? You slept over.
Actually, I was at Tony's.
But I... Oh! Oh, were you? Well, I know something about Tony that's a little worse than him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Starbucks.
Wait, go back. Again, we're getting off topic. What was he saying?
Well, there's
clone characters, and I hope there's another Pikmin rep. So I hope there's another F-Zero rep, I hope there's another Pikmin rep.
me too.
You were talking about DLC, buffs, and nerfs. That's pretty much it. Lucas, Ryu!
Yeah.
He did something interesting with Ryu.
It's not good.
It's good and bad at the same time, because it only does that in one-on-one.
Yeah.
But that might be... You said there's a one-on-one mode versus a four-player mode.
Yeah, there's a one-on-one mode versus a free-for-all mode. So if you do free-for-all mode...
You should act normal?
With two people, I'm assuming you act normal, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of features that are specific to 1v1s that may only work in 1v1 mode.
Yeah.
Think like for Glory.
God.
But we don't know that. So you might have a 1v1 going on in regular Smash. Let's say you just choose that. Let's say everybody dies. Yeah. It might happen when there's 1v1. Let's say you choose 1v1 in regular Smash. It might happen. So it might happen when there's always two people. And that happens to Ryu. That happens to affect damage, right? And I think it affects a few other things, which I really do not like. Ryu will always face his opponents, which, as they said, yeah, it does help with misinputs. And God, do I misinput on Ryu all the time.
Yeah.
but that's the only benefit it has. So if you can't either toggle that off, or unless it's mode specific, that's going to be a very big problem.
Well,
and let's say this, right, too? He's always going to do that when there's one person. So let's say I want that, when it's finally just me and one other person, but I don't want it with a bunch of people. It's going to work, but let's say I don't ever want it, right? Is it going to do it? It's just a big issue, right? It's cool, but it's a big issue. Because especially if you kill 2 people, right, and now your playstyle is different, right? What if you don't play good like that? You know what I mean? What if you only play multiplayer? What if you only play single player? Now you're gonna have a separate moveset. That's a neat idea, but it's a bad idea.
What do you want to do if in 1v1?
Forced anyway.
If in 1v1 you want to back air someone,
you can still do it.
How? You can't turn around.
You have to jump into them. They have to be behind you.
They have to somehow jump behind you, but if you're always facing your opponent, your character will just turn around.
Yeah, that's true.
The only way
they probably won't turn around in the air.
The only way I can think about it is if they're coming back from stage, you run off and back air them while they're behind you, which is a terrible idea. His neutral, as many put it, is gonna be terrible.
You know what this is? This is like one of those neat ideas that should be something that you can toggle on and off, right? Because I like the idea of it only being in 1v1 mode, and then if you want to play as Ryu, right? For let's say tournaments, you could still have it. You could go to Smash mode.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's not bad, right? So if they are 1v1 mode specific things, that's different.
Yeah.
But this is like the thing with Sly Cooper in All Stars, where he had no dodge, he had no roll, no block, because he had invisibility. And while that's cool as hell, you replaced a very fundamental mechanic of that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Especially, and he's not entirely invisible. It might be harder to see him, especially when someone's using like their level 3. But that's really meant for, again, multiplayer gameplay, when you're playing with a lot of people, right? So that is, while it's a fun idea, it shouldn't replace something.
It should not.
Nothing should ever be replaced. Speaking of dumb things, why is it that you have to recharge your ink as the Inkling by shielding and pressing down? Is it down B or shielding with B? That doesn't make any sense.
Shielding with B? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's overcomplicated.
It's a little weird. I mean, I understand it because you're in a shield-like state when they can't touch you.
I could see it maybe if you're just holding shield, you could charge it. Because that means you have to stay still to replenish your ink. I like that idea.
But then you can't go into a squid.
Yeah, but see, is there no move? There's been Inkling gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Can you slide along the ink normally?
I haven't noticed that. I don't know. We barely have it, because someone who's a melee player who actually didn't really play the game all too much beforehand played, and they didn't really know much about Inkling's moveset, so they didn't do too well. So
Fair.
They didn't really do much.
This is what I don't understand. Like, when you're given an opportunity to try something you will have never played before, and you're never going to play again in your life. These people will never play this version of Smash 4.5 again in their life.
Yeah.
Or Smash Ultimate, if they don't want to hurt your feelings. They will never get to play that again in their life. Why wouldn't you want to see out everything there is to offer first? Why wouldn't you want to look at all the alternates while you still can? Try out all the alternate characters while you still can? A ton of people who got to play it just for fun, they were probably checking out as much as they could, but they were probably limited to like one match per person because of how many people were there. You had to reserve tickets to play a demo station.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but that's dumb. That is so dumb that you have to go. And if that's the only way to go on the ground, right? That means it's just like Samus's down bit, where it's like the only way to go into the ball is if you want to bomb high.
Yeah.
Why can't I roll? Rolling is so fun.
You can actually roll and do it, but it's not the same. You don't get control over it.
Yeah, no, it's not the same thing. It's not even close to being the same thing. I would have liked it if Samus is down B, you turn into the ball, and then you can like press A to drop bombs, and you press B again to get out of it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then you can still be hit. If you're hit normally, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you act like the Smash Ball, you know what I mean? And you get flung around, or you just get knocked back into a normal player.
Yeah.
Why not? What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong. It's a good idea. I should work for Nintendo. I'm so smart. SMRT smart.
Only thing I can see wrong with that is that it reduces hitboxes incredibly so.
No, okay, I don't expect her to be the size that she is normally.
They can make it bigger than the ball itself.
Yeah, they could make her bigger. Bigger.
Yeah, but the thing is,
did they downgrade the size of Zero Suit Samus's boobs? Because it looks like they did. I'm not sure, but that's something I'll miss.
The suit might be tighter. New mechanic. When she reaches 100%, pops off.
Massive jets.
she doesn't get rage. She gets bigger boobs. She takes damage.
No Wrath had like a woman's form with giant tits.
With giant tits.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Something I really
hate. Talk
hate.
about the morph ball? I thought you were finishing.
Oh, we can talk more about morph ball.
No, I thought you were finishing your thought.
Oh, yeah.
She breathes. She's a frog.
There was something else I really hate about it.
Okay, fine.
I hate how in 1v1 you do more damage to your opponent than a free for all.
Yes.
What the hell
That's
does
a
that
bad
mean?
idea again.
Why do they do that? That's stupid. Don't do that. And stop. And on top of that, don't put the stage select screen before the characters.
What the hell? I don't know what stage I want to play. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I really want to play Termina, and it doesn't matter who I am. But other times it's like, no, I want to pick my character, and I want to see who else we're playing as. I'm like, all right, let's go here. So I want to go here. So I want to go here. So are you going to debate before you even pick your characters, and then someone's going to pick their characters maybe based off of the stage or something? You know what I mean? It's just better the other way around. It doesn't make sense to change it.
Yeah.
And again, this is something that should be toggleable. This is a problem I have, because while a lot of these changes are cool, sometimes changes are too much. Mm-hmm. Sometimes changes are not enough. And sometimes changes either a little bit, a lot, complete, or nothing. Those are the scales, right?
Yeah.
Link was changed too much and not enough. You either have to go all the way and make a new character, or you have to change nothing about it. Right? And you can say, okay, you have young Link. But now you don't have a fully new Link. Now you have a semi-clone of old Link, who is no longer in the game.
Yeah,
right?
I think they wanted to declone Link, while also advertising Breath of the Wild. Because if they have 3 Links, they're all going to have a similar moveset.
I know, but they shouldn't have made it so similar to the old one. And they did that because people like old Link.
Yeah.
But then you have to keep old Link. Then, if you really have to do it, make 3 Links. I'm sorry, 4 Links.
4. Ooh! Something that I think that isn't the game that I like.
What?
Infinite taunts.
Yes! I've been talking to Matt about how Nintendo has been stealing things from other Smash Bros. Fan things, like mods and Flash games. They took a mix of Battlefield and Final Destination. They stole that from Smash Flash. They stole a lot of Mega Man's moveset from Smash Flash.
I don't see that.
They stole the Infinite Taunts from Project M and Legacy.
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
They stole Ridley.
I just took him from the game.
Yep, right out of Project M.
If you load it up, you can't see him anymore.
Actually, he's not actually in. That's why he's not in Project M. They took him.
They just took him
secretly. They snatched him a while ago.
I don't know for sure if Infinite Taunts are a thing.
Actually, let me clarify. He was never in Project M. He was only ever in Legacy.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think he was in Legacy until Legacy XP. He might have been in Project M XP and Project M EX. But Project M is its own thing. That stopped at 3.6, and 3.61 got leaked, which was going to add Lyn, Knuckles, and Isaac from Golden Sun. Isaac from Golden Sun, Lyn from Fire Emblem, and Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
From Knuckles, from, of course, Knuckles Adventure 2. You know? What were you going to say?
What was I going to say?
You want me to go back? I'll retrace things.
Yeah, let's retrace it.
Okay. I said stealing things. Infinite Taunts. That's what we're going to go off about.
Infinite Taunts. That's actually... Yeah, I don't know...
They stole it from Legacy.
I don't know for a fact that... I saw Toon Link use an Infinite Taunt, which is kind of cool. Like, you know that taunt where he swings a sword around and whatnot? Yeah, he's just doing that infinitely, and it wasn't a jab or anything. I don't think. No, it wasn't a jab.
Maybe it was just really long. Maybe it's a bug and the developers are like, oh shit, we forgot to make him stop.
They punish you for rolling a lot.
Yes, I like that.
I like it too.
I don't like how there's not enough punishing for shielding too much. I think the shield should decrease really fast.
We don't know if it does or not. That's the thing. I noticed it did decrease really fast, but also came back really fast.
I don't like it coming back really fast.
So like, it breaks easier, but also comes back easier. So I don't... And Perfect Shielding changed. I don't know if you hit Perfect Shield as you get hit.
What you do is while you're shielding, so you can't Perfect Shield by pressing R anymore. I think that just goes to regular shield.
I would like if they had 2 different versions of Perfect Shield.
I don't because frankly, I think it's good you'll be able to time Perfect Shield.
Yeah.
But really, it's just encouraging people to be able to shield by doing that. I feel because when somebody's like charging up an attack, it encourages you like, oh, I better shield, or I'm gonna run away, or I'm gonna roll or something. Versus being as you're already shielding, right? You're like, fuck, he's charging up an attack, and you have to split second think, okay, I either got to release it at the right time, or I got to roll away at the right time. It's no longer, okay, let me just shield. And if I miss, okay, some of my shield is taken away. It'll regrow. And how often is it that you fuck up a perfect shield and, like, who's going to hit you? Are you going to try to do a perfect shield on a shield breaker? I do, because of force of habit.
But now you can't.
Right.
And that's terrible.
Easy.
Because a perfect shield and a shield breaker, right, will... that prevents you from getting your shield broken. Now, you'll just break your shield.
Yes. See, I like that. See, I have a big... It's like grabbing in Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah.
It's so annoying because it's really hard to get out of it. And perfect shielding is hard as fuck in that game. Especially, at least with a 360 controller.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard.
So now with Smash Brothers, when you do the perfect shield, right? Because how many times Aram stabbed me with a complete shield breaker, right?
Yeah.
And it just... You know how much of a piss off that is to do a fuck ton of damage? Like, I Falcon punching someone's shield, right? And it doesn't break. I can understand. All right, two does break it. Right?
Definitely, 100%.
But especially if it regrows fast, that means you can Falcon punch somebody while they have the shield. Someone runs away for 3 seconds, comes back. Now you have to do it again. Now it's still gonna take 2. But I don't like that because with perfect shielding, you can negate any damage. It just encourages you to shield more. Yeah. Granted, you shield to prevent damage, but get the action going.
This game, I feel like, is less shield oriented from what I've seen. The meta hasn't developed for it yet. However,
Meta Knight.
It's cool that like it doesn't encourage you as much because your shield weakens. You can negate people's grabs with grabs back, and you just deflect grabs. It's cool. So it's not shield oriented. It's more like running around than anything else. Of course, there's still shielding. Don't get me wrong. Things real quick. Can we talk about Marth?
What about him?
His side view is...
apologies to anyone out there, but Marth still looks like a faggot.
His portrait looks awesome.
He still looks like a woman, right? And I know Marth is a bit feminine, but I never liked how he looked like a woman in Melee. I hated it even more. He looked a bit more feminine in Brawl. Yeah. And he just has Lucine as model. They're literally the same model in Smash 4. Okay? He can be feminine, but, I liked him in Melee. I like that feeling of, it's not as fun for me to play as a woman, because I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? I don't know if women like playing as women. Probably more than I like playing as women. Yeah. Right? But he just doesn't feel right like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He feels fine in Melee because he looks enough like a dude, but in Brawl I can't play him just because of that. And remember I said Samus, her outfit changed to other M? Yeah. She's supposed to look masculine. That was the whole idea in the original. So then when you finally beat the game, it's revealed she's a woman. It's like, holy shit, groundbreaking shit in video games. And when they made her look really feminine in Smash 4, I couldn't play her anymore. I just couldn't. And it's not because, she's a woman. Nope, that's it. It's like a subconscious thing. So I want to be able to play as Marth again.
The thing is with Marth, there's a lot of things that annoy me about him right now. One of them being his English voice.
Oh God, I really hope you can. You can't, but I really hope you can toggle like character voices and stuff.
I'm happy they got it in English. That was probably a little expensive,
but it's bad.
But it's not good. Yeah, his side B is super fast.
Does that mean? I'm sorry. Does that mean Cloud is still in Japanese, but we got Marth in English?
I don't know.
Because I didn't say anything about Cloud. And I didn't hear Snake's voice, but supposedly David Hayter's confirmed coming back for Snake.
Good.
Not Kiefer Sutherland. Well, I'm not going to spoil MGS 5, but Kiefer Sutherland did voice Snake in that.
I don't know, though. But what I was going to say was, Marth's side B is really fast. So, people say that's a good thing. I say that's not that great of a thing, because you can't really mix up the timing. It's just like that. His shield breaker seems to be tilted upward, so it'll either break your shield or it will hit you, unless you spot dodge, because it can shield poke you.
See, I kind of like that. It's kind of funny.
And since it aims, and it's how do I put it? That's terrifying. He's a very fast character now with high air mobility. All of which is awesome, but his voice is just so stupid, I guess. You know what? I don't know. I'm really mixed about him because there's some good in the bad, and there's some bad in the good, and a bad voice. Bad.
You must be the ugly. I would mess up your face, but your mama did it for me. What was it? Come back for a fistful of a pistol of your $1 million babies. You were cool in the 80s, maybe, but now you're just crazy. I'm upset that Marth's noose will be changed in Raw to doing the stab. He will put it in the 80s, maybe, but now you're just crazy. A man who argues with people who aren't even there is more fit to rap against his fucking Chow! Chow. You know, when I was working at Harmon's, there was a product called She Air, and I said, I can't believe the illiteracy of this country. Look how they spelled chair. And they said, that's Chi-Air. And I said, Chi-Air. Chi-Air.
Why?
She can stand like Chi-Air. 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 I'm sorry, let's go back to Marth.
Yes.
I was upset that they changed his neutral being Brawl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they wanted to just differentiate him from Roy, because Roy's better. And then they cut Roy. And I'm like, I still hate his neutral B now. I'm used to the swipe. And then they put Lucina in, and they gave her his neutral B. I'm like, okay, so does Marth has his old moveset now? No. No, he still got the stupid poke. And now Lucina's faster. Now they made him more like Lucina.
Wait.
Why are you doing this?
Wait,
Stop.
Who's faster?
Lucina. Lucina's like a quicker character.
It's in Marth?
Yeah. And now Smash 4.
No. What are you talking about?
She feels faster whenever I played her.
They have the same frame data.
There's that frame data with you.
It's all
the frame data.
It's not faster. She's stronger at base. Anyway, Ike is awesome.
Yeah, they brought back classic Ike.
I like it.
I don't like his new voice.
I love it because he whispers and it's so fun. Dude, I just find it hilarious. I can't help it.
I fight for my friends. Marth is my buddy.
Wait, but didn't he already have an English voice before?
He did. It was, I fight for my friends.
So why'd they change it?
Because Nintendo.
Didn't they say he was like, and now Ike is in English, but he was already in English.
Did they change Star Fox? They changed his look to Star Fox Zero. Did they change his voice actor to Zero? Because I don't want to hear fire. Here I come!
I don't know.
I remember fucking Falco, it sounds like that 11-year-old kid who's trying to be... Like a middle schooler, trying to be cool with the elementaries. Like, hey, hands off my threads. Instead of being like, hey, personally, I prefer the hair, being all actual cool. He seems like, hey kids, I use a pen instead of a pencil. You know? That's how his voice comes off.
Kids
want some candy? But it's too bad.
It's mine.
Because you're kids, and it's mine.
Because you're kids.
Yeah. It's like, you're a kid too. I'm a middle schooler. I'm bigger than you. And I'm a year and a half older.
They changed Rosalina.
Did they? I didn't see her. I hate her.
Instead of her down being now sucks in objects. It's cool. Sucks in objects.
They did that.
No. But now it goes around her. Like a magnet.
Oh, instead of just being around her?
And her aerials are a wand.
Instead of her, like, pistol.
Instead of her weird, like, galaxy shit, it's her wand, for most part. Some of them are still galaxy.
I mean, galaxy is where she came from. She should have moves based on galaxy.
She still does, don't worry. But a lot...
I'm thinking about that Mario hat.
She might not have Luma anymore. I don't remember. She does it, though. I don't know.
We'll get to those topics after this. But two that I thought of that I don't want to mention. So I'm not ready to.
That's fine. Whenever you're ready.
Something else I really hate about the game. It looks like shit. It visually looks like shit.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
Again, this is why we're having this conversation. It looks like shit. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's great. I love it. I love it, Harry.
It's wonderful.
But half the characters look like they're out of the Unreal Engine, and the other half look like they were ripped from the Wii U, which has an art style that I hate. Everything's really weird, cartoony. It looks like Disney cartoons,
so good.
Like in 3D. Yeah, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you?
I like the art style.
I don't.
Yes,
there's a ton of washing out.
It's not good. Yeah, dude, I mean...
I showed you. I have Pac-Man World Rally, and the cover's washed out. Pac-Man's faded. And that's how he looks in the game. Why is he faded? Why is it washed out?
Take it from me.
No. Stop taking it away from me. I'm still talking.
Take it from me.
You're doing it again.
I'll do art, right? I'll do art. I'm an artiste. I'm not really like an artist, but I'm an artist.
Please put quotes around that artist.
Anyway.
He draws.
Yeah, I draw. No, washing out is probably part of them trying to make it seem more realistic. However, they don't need to do that.
Yeah. I mean, look what they did with Brawl.
Don't need to make it realistic.
Sorry,
It's a... Oh no! Oh!
Matt has just died.
I died.
Matt's with us again!
Uh-oh.
That's what they did with Brawl, is they tried to make it more realistic, right? The only one who really fit in there was Snake, right?
No.
The thing is, in this game, all the characters in Brawl fit with each other, right? They all had that same ugly art style like they used in Bleach, where it's not really that much more detailed, but they made it try to do it. They tried to make it look more detailed by making it like grittier and shit. Right?
Yes, that wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
That was really
to its credit, Brawl still holds up well visually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good
Brawl
work
does.
there.
Brawl looks like a little shiny to my taste, but
It's
it
not
isn't
shiny
bad.
to me at all.
It's not bad. It just looks kind of like It looks shiny. It looks fabricated, kind of.
Absolutely.
I don't really hate the way it looks. I like it. It's just a little weird.
I dislike a lot. Like, I don't like how Mario's overalls look so detailed. It's like weird. It's weird to
Brawl,
look
right?
at. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's
It
something
looks
else.
like actual denim.
I don't know why they would do that.
But again, Melee is my favorite designs.
Yeah.
In the new version, I'm really happy because some of the new designs are fantastic. Zelda's new design, Ganondorf's new design, because Ganondorf's design is new.
Yeah.
It's a better version of the
old.
Ocarina version, and it's not quite Melee. It's better than Melee. But half the characters look like they're out of Unreal, and the other half look like they've been cut out of Wii U. But some look really washed out, some don't have good lighting renders, some are really dark, some are really bright.
Yeah.
But nothing fits together. None of the stages fit with the characters. The characters don't fit with each other. I don't remember the items, but I remember like Waluigi standing next to someone, and I'm like, what the fuck happened here? So I feel like they may have switched engines. And the game to me looks unfinished. And yeah, it's 6 months to launch, so no shit, it's not finished. But it looks like everything was just quickly thrown together. Because of the lighting, because of gameplay mechanics, like that momentum thing, that doesn't look right. Right, Matt, I said, it looks so hard like you're going to get lost because of the Trails of Smoke. And you're like,
so
I think
weird.
the Trails of Smoke will help you keep track.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, are the Trails of Smoke there? Maybe they are there to keep track, but they get in my way because of how the mechanics work. But maybe the mechanics aren't quite right because they ported it over to a new engine, and now the game isn't running right. And they're trying to force it to do something it wasn't designed to do. They're trying to make it, as you say, more like Melee, right? But yet it was designed to be more like a fighting game in Smash 4. And that's why I think the game looks like such a hodgepodge. Do you kids know that word, hodgepodge? That's why the game looks like such a Frankenstein freak show.
You know?
Looks like shit.
I know, I love it.
Matt loves shit.
I love shit.
Quick.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, I like that.
I love when we say quick and
I don't
just
think-
pause.
Quick. What?
My mother does it. She goes, wait. And I go, what? Alright, bye, Mom.
But yeah, I actually personally like the design of the game. I like the way it looks. It does look like Smash 4. It just looks a little more,
Rest in peace, a sequel to Melee.
it looks a little more vibrant other than the washed out parts of it, which is weird. So that's why I do see why you're saying things don't like blend together right. Some things are vibrant.
Look at Lucario. He looks so dark.
I like Lucario's design, except
He looks like he could fit into ODST. That's how dark he looks.
I like his. I like his.
You imagine Lucario's running around, you're popping headshots. Elites
He's
are
a gun
gone
now. I like his brawl design more.
Yeah,
But-
same.
But
I think his Smash 4 design looks too cartoony. Lucario actually did fit really well in Brawl. Like, he looked really good. Despite me hating him as a character, and honestly, I don't hate him as much as someone like, say, I don't know, Corrin. Either version.
Corrin's a dragon person. How can you hate Corrin?
Cauliflower retard.
What?
He looks like a popcorn with armor. Why did you
popcorn with armor?
Why did you give the coolest weapon in the game to the lamest character ever made? He has a flaming chainsaw sword, and they gave it to Mr. Popcorn Kernel over
Yeah,
there.
why didn't they give it to like Dr. Mario?
You know what?
Or
I would have
Pikachu.
loved that. No more clone characters because they all have flame swords. Chainsaw flame swords.
What else was it? There's one more. We were gonna like argue about like our own like how do I put it? Perception of the
We were
game.
going to talk about port, like semantics.
Port semantics. Should we even do that?
Yeah, we'll save it for later. We'll save it for nearing the end.
Okay.
Because there's other stuff.
How long is this going to be?
This is more than an hour long.
This is way more than an hour long.
This is like a podcast. No, we're at 1 minute and 45 seconds. We're at 1 minute and 48 seconds.
1 hour?
1 minute and 50
An hour
seconds.
and a minute?
What? 1 hour and 5. Oh, did I say 50 seconds? No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
An hour, 4 minutes, and... No, an hour and 5 minutes.
Okay, well...
Enough talking about the time as it's literally going by.
Yeah.
What was the last thing I said?
I don't know.
Game modes. Okay, we haven't seen too much. Just like in Smash 4, when they were showing off all the characters and they were showing off all the flashy stuff, right?
Yeah.
In this game, they're showing off all the characters again. They have the tagline, "Hey, everyone is here! Isn't this incredible? Now there's something for everyone! Look, Melee players! Directional air dodging!" You know? And it's like, no, I can see what you're doing. I'm not a Melee player, I'm not a Brawl player, not a Smash 4, not a 64, not even a Legacy XP. I'm a regular Joe, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm an atypical regular Joe. So I don't just be like, oh, I remember Smash Bros. I played that. I guess I'll buy the new game. You know, I'm not an idiot. But I'm not like Matt, where it's like, holy shit, did you see that new update for the frame data on Corrin's like left bumper? Like, oh my god. And I know that was a very big overdrive. Matt, get off your phone!
No.
Please?
I'm talking to you about that.
Wait, who are you talking to? You talking to your girlfriend?
Yeah. I haven't talked to her in like 3 minutes.
Stop it!
No!
Stop it!
No!
Stop
I'm
it!
in the middle of a text, damn it.
Well, you're in the middle of a conversation. Text
It's been
it.
an hour long. Give me a second. God!
Oh, and give you 1 second, you'll take a mile. Ignore the improper conversion ratio there. Time to distance. But they're focusing on all this character stuff, the taglines, so I can see the bullshit. I can see right through it. And that's all they're going to focus on. That's all people want in the Smash community. I'm not a part of the Smash community. I hate all this really in-depth tournament shit. That's what made me start hating Smash Brothers, is because Aram got too good at the game. Aram's a friend of ours. And Matt got too good at the game. And I just started hating it. And I didn't like playing. And that's all they ever wanted to do. And it was annoying. And there was tournaments. And I went to tournaments. And I was like, I had kind of fun, but at the same time I got really bored really fast. And that's all they're focusing on, is the Smash aspect. Especially with Smash 4, right? When I said they wanted to make it more like a fighting game. What's on the front page? You have Smash, right? Then a little smaller thing, like a third size, says Games and More. And that's where Solo is. That's where Classic is, right? That's where Stadium is.
Yep.
They put so little of a focus on those modes that I loved, right? If anything, I may have had more fun playing by myself in Smash Brothers than I've ever had multiplayer because of events. I loved event. Brawl and Melee and Smash 64, such good games. Board the platforms, break the targets, event modes, adventure mode, all-star, classics, stadium, right? Including multi-man Melee. I said break the targets. Home run contest.
Yeah.
And then even the special modes for multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's gone. In Brawl, they how you can make your own kind of thing, right? You could choose to be clear, and you could choose to make it really fast, and have a camera mode. That was cool. Brawl was a neat upgrade to that. But it's really upsetting that I haven't seen any of those modes. And granted, they're probably going to be showing stuff as the time goes by. They're probably going to be like, Look at all the modes you love from the Wii U and 3DS versions are here.
Uh-huh.
But if they don't have, like, classic mode was ruined for me. That was the last bastion of really good hope I had with Smash 4 when I found out all the other modes for, like, single player sucked. Right? And I really hated that you fighted Mii's instead of, like, polygons or wireframes.
Yeah, dude. I hated that too.
Or polygons again in Brawl. But different. Ridley was kind of neat. They had neat designs. Yeah. But I hated that. And I was so upset that they changed Classic mode. That was my last thing. I didn't like Master and Crazy Orders. It was basically shittier event matches. It was like the matches from Smash Tour with maybe a special twist. But it wasn't fun. I just wasn't having fun. So I want Break the Targets back. I want Board the Platforms back. And I don't want it in Brawl where there was like 5 stages and that everyone would play the same thing. I don't want that. I wanted Melee, where everyone had their own unique stage, designed around them. That was great. I'd like it if you could play any stage as any character, but I would want a ton of stages. 5 doesn't count. Give me 25. You know what I mean? That'd be fun. Then I could have a bunch of variety. It'd be really fun to see how fast I could do it. But the problem is, some characters can't do some things as others, which means you'd have to make them generic enough to where everybody could do it, which is what Brawl had a problem with. So I want them to go back to the Melee format. And again, I'm not just like, oh, Melee was the best. It is the best, but for good reason. But I'm not going to say Melee will never be dethroned. You never know, the good game could be great. It could be more fun than Melee. It doesn't look like it today. And I haven't seen anything outside of people punching each other.
Yep.
No break the targets, no punch the sandbag, no snap wireframes in half, no bosses. Bosses are gone, right? As far as we know.
As far as we know, yeah.
Maybe Subspace Emissary will get something like that. Probably not.
Love that.
Because it's just a port.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You never... Maybe they could do something with Adventure Mode. But I guarantee you with Adventure Mode, right, they'll probably call it Adventure Mode, just take some stages from multiplayer, right, and have specific matches on them. That's lame. That's better than nothing, but that's lame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You remember the arcade or the story mode for All-Stars? It had like maybe 3 or 4 screenshots in the beginning while people talked, and then it had a bunch of random matches, 2 cutscenes, a rival battle, the boss battle with Polygon Man, and then the ending screenshots. And while the rival battle and the boss battle were really good, the cutscenes were really fun, and I didn't mind the PowerPoint presentation aspect. But the rest of it was completely random matches, and it was all timed. It means you had to play for fucking like 3 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
So if you had 9 matches, right? What's 3 times 9?
27.
You had to play the game for like at least 27 minutes. Just in order to get to the rival battle, which was the best part. I would have liked it if you could just choose rival battles. That would have been better than what was in the game. I don't want something poorly thrown in the game.
Yeah.
Okay? Smash Run. I would have loved Smash Run and Smash 4.
Me too.
I would have kept playing that. That I would have kept playing.
A lot of fun.
If they kept Classic Mode how it used to be, I would have kept playing. I don't like this. I have to move my character around on the board. That's neat, but don't call that Classic Mode. That is the furthest thing from Classic Mode.
It's not classic.
It's neat. It's neat. Don't get me wrong. It's neat.
I know.
But they basically just took everything I loved and separated it into bits and then changed it.
I know what they're trying to do, and it didn't work.
Oh, custom moves. Well, let's finish this, but...
Here. Yeah, no, they were basically just trying to do like the whole thing they did a long time ago where the character would move across a line, but there are points on the line, and that each point indicates a specific level. They were trying to do that, and they failed at it. Because it was shorter, it was easier, it quite honestly wasn't as fun, there weren't as many catches. I don't know.
It just got in the way to have to move things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the figures, they really wanted to incorporate the figures more. One thing I will say, I did like that you could draw on screenshots.
No one uses that, but I love it.
But you know why no one uses it?
Why is that?
Because you need an SD card to save your screenshots.
Well, people have SD cards, right?
Not everyone. I didn't have any SD cards.
No.
I didn't have SD card. Thank God they made you do that, because that's how we got mods in the game.
That's
right?
true.
But that's still so stupid. Why do I need to have an SD card? Why can't I save it to my system? Why can't I save it as a save file? That's dumb. And why is it that updates always corrupted my replays?
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's because the replay, you know why. The replays, they just freaking,
they were
imitate.
made for a different version, so they couldn't imitate the same thing again.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't have put a notice, like, replays may not act the same. They couldn't have at least said that.
At the very least. They could have just made them actual replays. You know, like, clips.
Like it records it. Yeah.
Like it records it. Yeah, like, it gets
the
stupid.
only problem is you wouldn't be able to move the camera.
Like, again, I love Smash 4. I really do.
I hate it. I really do.
But there's a lot of hate about it as well.
There is a lot of love about it as well, though.
Yep.
Me and you are on the opposite side. We both have things we love and hate, but they're just different.
Well, we both hated that.
Yeah. I don't know if custom moves are coming back. I think they were neat. I think that you should be able to make a custom character more in-depth than the Mii Fighter, and I think they should have a fuck ton of custom moves. And the Mii Fighters, apparently you can choose, 20 different voices?
Yeah.
So, if you can choose voices, you should be able to customize more. I want to choose individual gloves, shoes, pants, shirts, hats, and facial features. Or facial parts, right? Like glasses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to customize my Mii. Right? Are Mii's on the Switch?
Yeah, they are.
You can make your own Mii stuff?
They're Mii's are on the Switch, and they're gonna be... Well, yeah, they wouldn't put the Mii's in the game. They're not on the Switch. Well... Unless they're defaults, that's terrible. I would hate that.
Well, you might be able to choose different facial features.
That's true.
But I think they should be heavily customizable compared to what they were in Smash 4. Here's another thing. I was going to bring up something else. You could help me remember if you weren't texting me the wrong way.
I can help you remember now.
I said custom. What was in Smash 4?
About what? Which custom?
What they did is stage builder.
Yeah, I hope they bring it back. It's the ultimate Smash game.
I don't want brawls. I don't want Smash 4s. I want something that can combine the two. Smash 4 had a grid, Brawl had a grid. Smash 4's grid only activated when you pressed the X button. And you could lock your drawings to make straight lines or put things on a fixed point. Yet in Brawl, everything was on a fixed point, but therefore like nothing was broken, nothing went wrong. But you were super limited unless you modded it. I want a mix of those two. I want to be able to put things on a grid in any way I want. I want to have everything from Brawl, everything from Smash 4, more. I want to have interchangeable textures, not 5 limited to a map. I'd like to be able to draw again because the Switch actually is touchscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want all that stuff. I want to be able to choose my background, choose my textures, choose my peaches. I do not want... I said peaches. I want to choose my pieces. I do not want to be super limited like I was in each game. You draw a giant circle, and you draw another one inside of it. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Your map is too complicated. You need to delete some of your land. You're out of space. Oh, God. It was aggravating. What else did I want? I really do miss Break the Targets. Void the Platforms I love too. That was gone. I mean, you might think that's simple, but it was fun.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It wasn't as fun as Break the Targets, but it was fun.
Dude, you know what
I would like a mix if they could do Break the Targets and Void the Platforms.
in Legacy XP? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do it in Legacy XP.
What's that?
I chose Fox. I chose the hardest difficulty in Break the Targets. And I sat there and learned how to speedrun that map. I just did it for a long time.
On Legacy XP. When did you do this?
You were there that one day. I was just playing it, and I got like a really short amount of time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Brawl really is the perfect Smash to mod because there is no real character-specific things other than what portraits, I guess, save slots. And you can add characters too. But in Melee, if you added a character, you'd have to add a target stage to it. You'd have to add a designated stage.
That's true.
And that might screw something up if you choose somebody else's targets or something. And if it doesn't have targets, you'd have to program it yourself. So on and so forth.
How would they do that in the new Smash? Because there's so many characters, they can't have like a easy, hard, medium for every character. You know what I mean?
Easy, hard. No, there was only one target test for each character.
Oh, is that really how it works?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Well,
Like,
you can choose difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I remember, it might have just been time short. I'm not sure. But no, and yet, so let's say what is there now? 68 characters. So let's say in the final release there are 75 characters. That is a lot.
Now.
That is, are there? I think it's 68.
65.
Are you counting Echo characters?
Yes.
I think we have to recount,
No, it's 65.
including new
They
fighters.
actually counted for us.
Did they?
Yeah.
I remember seeing 68.
Ridley 65. He's the last one now.
You sure?
100%.
Okay, so let's say in the final game they have 70 characters.
Yep.
Right? So that is a lot of target test stages. Break the targets.
Oh yeah.
Break the targets!
Oh yeah. A lot.
But I still want it.
Wait, I want it too. Pretty awesome.
And you know what you could do too? If you introduce boarded platforms, you could just reuse those stages for the characters. And you could have boarded platforms, break the targets, and you could have do something like that to the goal. You know what I mean? So you can reuse those target test stages to do different things. You know what I mean? You just choose a goal you want to do, and let's say if it's break the targets will appear. If it's boarded platforms will appear. If it's get to the goal, well, you get to the goal. You know what I mean? Or get there within a time limit or something. Speed run. I think that's a neat idea. But honestly, at this point, I'm not hoping for great miracles. I'm just hoping for something simple that I want back. Because some really cool stuff, I didn't expect them to put all the characters back in. Right? But as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, so they're probably going to actually do things people want. They're going to put Ridley and Waluigi in, and then assist trophies show up, and a bunch of characters got deconfirmed. Disconfirmed? It's not unconfirmed. Deconfirmed, I think. No, unconfirmed means unknown.
Deconfirmed.
Deconfirmed.
It was confirmed they weren't.
And you never know. They could be like, just kidding, Waluigi's playable. Yeah, wah! Wah! Wah!
Like that.
Wah! Wah!
I'm back.
Wah,
Sorry.
wah, 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 Luigi. Wah, 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 wah. Matt stuck his face in my blankets.
Oh, yeah.
That's not an innuendo, brother.
No, I just put my face in his pockets.
Was there anything else that was in Smash 4 or wasn't in Smash 4, something that was removed from the game? Because I know I'm talking about what I want from the sequel, but I've talked about my impressions of what I really hate about it.
Yeah.
And what I do really like. I really, really do like some of the character changes, both visually and gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
Right? What their moves have been changed to, what their looks have been changed to. I love alternate costumes. I love their new designs. Yeah. I love taunts. I love stuff like that. I just hate that the game in general looks like shit and looks like it will play like shit.
Galactonite costume was confirmed for Meta Knight.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. See, they're taking things from Legacy XP.
I think
where all the characters have different outfits because that's what people want, and now Nintendo is finally doing it.
That makes sense because a lot of people have been demanding this. Like, yeah, they're doing this. Why can't you do this?
Yeah.
And they've only done it for Mario and Wario. Few
They
things.
didn't do it for Mario.
All he got was it was just a reskin too, but all he got was the American.
That's actually his golf outfit.
Really? I didn't know that.
I don't know if that game came out in Japan. So
That's
if it only
funny.
came out in the US, then yes, technically it's American.
It's really funny.
But I'm happy about that. So there are things I am happy about. I was genuinely really excited to see Snake and Ridley. But I want to say one more thing about Smash 4. Why I had such a disappointment in that game. That game gave me one thing that I wanted, and that was Pac-Man. And I didn't even really want him that much. You know what I did want? I wanted Mewtwo and Roy.
Yeah.
And they charged me, what was it, $5 for them?
Somewhere between 3 to 5.
So let's say it was 5. They charged me $10 to get 2 characters that should have been in the game back.
Could have been 8 or 6.
That's not an excuse.
Or 9.
That's like saying I was ripped off. The new
7.
Halo game had half the content the last one did and was double the price. Well, that's not so bad. It could have been nothing for $4 million. You know what I mean?
It's not the same thing.
You're saying it could be worse. It doesn't matter if it could be worse. That doesn't justify the bad.
Yeah, but that's quite blatantly not the same thing.
The concept is the same. It could be worse, but that doesn't fix the bad.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I'm moving all over the place, so my audio is going to be like fluctuating and weird.
I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on the screen because it might actually slow down the video.
I would.
You think so? I can put some Smash gameplay, I guess. Right? The new Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Well, all we have
I'll put
is,
Legacy XP.
We can do that, actually.
The new Smash game looks great. And by the way, Legacy XP isn't a supplement for the new Smash game. It has basically everything the new one does in terms of alternate stages, more characters. It has better gameplay, I'm sure, but it's not a new Smash game. It's a mod for Brawl. So you're still going to be playing everything that Brawl had, just in a different, better way. You know what I mean? So as much as I like the fact that you can play as Shadow the Hedgehog or beating the shit out of Ridley on an alpha version of friggin' Orpheon, the Subspace Emissary is still there, the same events are still there, the same stadium modes. I like that you can fight Ridley as Ridley in the boss rush, though.
It's kind of
cool. Fine. I don't think Ridley will be on friggin' Orpheon anymore.
That's even a stage.
You think they would take it out? I don't think so. 8-player Smash is back. That's good. I'm glad that's there. Oh, something I really hope someone brought this up. I think. Yeah, I messaged Kyle on YouTube before.
Yeah.
He mentioned Machinima in Smash 5, and I thought, he said, oh, as long as you have Enrique, as long as Enrique is there, we'll be fine.
You mean Enrique? An arrow?
No, I fucked up my words. As long as there is a replay feature for Smash, I'm sorry, I apologize. I said Smash 5. As long as there is a replay feature for Smash 4.5 or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Disappointment, you can still make Machinima. But I wonder, are they going to go more in depth with that? Because, granted, Machinima isn't even as big as it used to be. Nintendo basically hates it when you don't play the game they want to. Nintendo does not like it when you do not play their game the way they intend for you to play it. And when you record or make videos or write fan fiction about it, they get a little upset. When you make mods, they try to shut you down. When you make a fan game, they try to shut you down. But when you're too big, let's say something like Smash Flash 2, and it would piss a lot of people off, then they won't go to shut you down. And it's free publicity, too. Which I feel like they're starting to learn, but they still are like a big fuck you about it. That kind of pissed me off, too, because their AM2R was a remake of Metroid 2, and then they shut it down right as it released, and then not too long after they released their own remake of Metroid 2. Which, that's despicable. That is despicable. I think that's pretty much it, right? We covered pretty much all the bases. Are we forgetting anything? We have single-player modes, right? We have multiplayer features. We have extra features. Screenshots better be able to be saved to the damn system. Replays better not ever get corrupted again.
I agree.
Stage creator needs to be fucking fixed. Shit needs to be brought back. Shit needs to be tweaked. The game looks ugly. Fix it. The game looks like it'll play ugly. Fix it. Thank you for putting Ridley in the game. Thank you for bringing Snake back.
Thank you for playing Daisian. She was obviously my favorite character of the entire series.
Well, a lot of people actually did want Daisy.
Yeah, I know. It looks like her fair spikes.
That should be nice for you. Let's talk about this. Before we end it, right, we got to talk about what makes it a port and what makes it not a port.
Oh, God.
You say it's a brand new game.
I say it's a brand new game,
Now
yes.
just give me your points for why it's a brand new game. And then I'll give you my points for why it's a port, then you'll give an example, and then I'll debunk it.
It shouldn't be the other way around. I mean, I'll go first, but basically, the reason why I say it's a new game is that it looks like, although they did use, like, Smash 4 for the most part, they not only brought over all the characters from the other games and added tons of mechanics, right? But, what was I gonna say? They added tons of mechanics, and there seems to be new physics behind it, so the game will play entirely different. So now, according to that, there has to be a lot of math changed. There are new animations for new things for characters that they have now, so there's that as well. There are moveset changes. So there's also that. What else am I missing? Is that everything I said last time?
It's things are added and changed, basically.
Lots of things are added.
Lots of things are changed, and fundamentally, it feels different.
Fundamentally, from what I know, but I can't say for sure. Fundamentally,
you've never played it. I've never played it.
So it's hard to say. But fundamentally, it feels and plays different.
Fundamentally. Mentally.
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Is fun, mentally challenged.
So yeah, that's basically it. They added tons and tons of stuff.
You had told me that the quote-unquote professional players said the game feels completely different than anything they've played.
Yeah.
Which to me sounds like bullshit, because everyone who's in the Smash community that goes to tournaments and shit, they get way too into this stuff.
Yeah.
You know you do. You know Aaron does.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, Yang Ye, if you ever heard of him, he has a great YouTube channel. Talks about video games all the time. He went there, he played it himself, and he's like, it says, it feels very much like Smash 4, so you could definitely jump into it pretty easily if you've played that game. Yet there are some tweaks and changes. So if someone like him, right, who's just a casual person, who has played the game a lot, right, and I'm a casual person, quote unquote, right, who has played the game a fuck ton myself, if he can say that it plays pretty much the same with a few tweaks, it's probably pretty much the same with a few tweaks. And that's how it looks. And that's why I was very hesitant and I was worried. And just like Splatoon 2, which I had an argument with Ron about this. Every time we bring up Smash Brothers, I get into an argument with Ron. It always goes back to the same thing. I was like, Smash 4 sucks. Bless you.
Thank you.
And he's like, no, fuck you. I'm paraphrasing. We don't like curse at each other. But Splatoon 2 is basically Splatoon 1 with a new roll move, a different story mode, even though it's like the same kind of deal, and just different multiplayer stuff, and a lot of the same old stuff. Now, take it like this. You had Smash 4 came out on the Wii U and 3DS. Now, I'm saying a hypothetical scenario here, so just work with me on this. Hypothetically, 3DS version is the first version of the game. Then they released a better version of the game for the Wii U. Now, in real life, it was missing some stuff from the 3DS version, but had a lot more the 3DS didn't. Let's say it had everything the 3DS version did, right? And now you re-release the game again, right, for the Nintendo Switch. And it has everything the Wii U version did. which had everything the 3DS version did.
Yep.
So you have version 1 had a bunch of awesome stuff. Version 2 had all that same stuff and more stuff. Version 3 had all that stuff and more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that a sequel if it's the same thing with more stuff? And again, Matt said, well, there's a lot of change. Then I present something like Dying Light the following. Dying Light is a lot like Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge, if you know any of these games.
Yeah.
So we'll say Dying Light is like Dead Island 3. Dying Light the following is an enhanced version of Dying Light with mechanical tweaks,
Yes.
cosmetic and gameplay additions, including extended map areas, more weapons, more outfits, more stuff like that, right? And it plays a bit different. They tweak things. But that's not a sequel, because they just announced Dying Light 2. That means it's just a better version of Dying Light. Kind of like how Smash Ultimate Disappointment...
I don't
feel like
see
I'm going to piss people off.
Yeah.
Say Smash, you say your version. That's why Super Smash Brothers...
Ultimate, or Smash 5.
You're going to say Ultimate Success.
Ultimate
Super
Success.
Smash Brothers
Ultimate Success.
Yeah, versus Ultimate Disappointment.
You didn't want to say success.
No, I didn't.
Like, you say it.
You said I don't want to get poisoned. That's why that game, I feel like, doesn't count as a sequel.
It's so funny, because
But
I had the same view on it, but the game seems like a sequel to me.
Yeah, because you're excited. Because
like Dying Light 2.
Yeah, but it's not, though. Wait, no, Dying Light 2 is. Dying Light the following isn't a sequel, though. Because the majority of the game is the previous game. Just how the majority of Smash 4 is the previous game. What's getting you off guard, it's like, but it's not just that. It's all this other stuff, right, from previous games and new stuff. Yeah, but it's using this as a base. And if you're using...
It's only visuals.
Resident Evil.
It's only visuals to make it seem like the majority of that game. Like, what?
No. The gameplay mechanics, the physical engine, and they might have changed the engine. But again, source code.
Yeah.
Source code. You've made a game before.
Yes, I did.
Now imagine if you took that same source code, right, and you changed, what your main character looked like. You changed a bunch of the enemies. You have new stages, right? But fundamentally, you used, let's say, all of the original source code. You changed maybe 30% of it, right? And then you added a bunch of shit.
It's more than 30%. I know that for a fact. Okay. Like, way more.
When I say changed, I mean completely changed.
Yep. They changed more than 30% of the source code. Here's what I think that happened. I think they used Smash 4 as a... Sorry if I cut you off.
No, go. Just say your last thing, and then I'll say my last thing.
I think they used Smash 4 source code, but changed such a high majority of the source code, along with changing the physics of the game, that it seems to be a completely different game. That's just my argument for it. I mean, again, I can just repeat what I said before, all this extra stuff added, but...
I want to bring up my last thing with Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was a sequel to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, right? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 was an awesome game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was more the same game, but it felt much better. They tweaked some things. They added a stupid, big drop mechanic, so now you can't land from high heights anymore. You'll crash and lose your combo.
It's so silly.
It's game design.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Then that game had a PS1 version, a Dreamcast version, a Game Boy Advance version. Even though the Dreamcast and the PS1 version are largely the same thing, just graphically the Dreamcast had more power, so it ran a little better, like frame rate wise and visual wise. So the portable version had the least amount of stuff, but it played just like the Dreamcast version. Yep. The Dreamcast version had more stuff, right? Played the same, but had more stuff and it was just better, right? Then they came out with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X for the Xbox, which had a complete engine change, not unlike Smash 4, was the third version of the game, not unlike Smash... Did I say Smash 4? Like Smash Ultimate, it had a version change, not unlike Smash Ultimate, and an engine change, not unlike Smash Ultimate. They had every single level from Pro Skater 2,
yep.
Every single level from Pro Skater 1, and new levels.
How many new levels?
That's 5.
Actually, is that a lot?
That's a lot. That's about half of what you normally get.
Then that actually does make a big difference. I didn't know.
But it's not a new game, because it uses Pro Skater 2 as the base.
You can use... I mean, that doesn't really mean it's not a new game, though.
Oh, no. Literally, it's a new game, but not like a sequel. I don't mean it's not the next game. It's not Pro Skater 3, because it relies so heavily on the previous game.
I think this game is, like... For those of you who don't know, Nick shot lightning at me.
It really hurt! I shouldn't do that again!
I think this game is borderline. It's just flat on the line.
Borderline
Only thing that defines it as a sequel would be them saying it's a sequel. I think it's right there on the line.
Yeah, see, like Splatoon 2, right?
Yeah.
I think that's just a different version of Splatoon 1.
I do too.
You know what I mean? It's like, can you really call that a sequel? But in that same regard, I say, can you really call this a sequel? Percentage-wise, significantly less was changed and added to Splatoon 2 as compared to Ultimate, but so much more from the previous so much more from the previous versions was used in Ultimate rather than from Splatoon and Splatoon 2. Yeah. At least that's a hard thing. Maybe, textures and... What do you call it? Not bitmapping, not blueprinting.
What?
When you use assets from the game, what's... like structures, but what's the in-engine word for that?
Restructures?
No. It's like so many of the original polygons, but I'm not thinking
Copy and paste, got it.
They copy and pasted so much shit. That's not the word I was looking for. But yes, they relied so heavily on previous stuff, and not even just other games. Previous Smash 4.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing as they had the entire roster, and they'll probably have every single stage from Smash 4. Probably literally everything from both versions of Smash 4 will be in this game.
Yeah.
Right? How can you call that a sequel when you've played this game? If it has literally everything from 3DS and Wii U, you've played this game twice already. Can you really go into this and say, wow, a new game! I can't believe Smash 5!
That's the only thing that I don't know. We haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to speak like that, by the way.
No, I was just thinking of Etika's reaction. You show me? They did it! They did it! They actually did! My boy! Ridley!
His heart was it was at 178! Go to the fucking doctor!
He's just genuinely happy guy.
He is. He's really hyped. But that's the thing. I don't know for sure, because I have to play it to really see if it...
Same, I have to. But again, so much was reused. I'll give another example, right? Remember with Halo? It's like if they took the Mythic Map Pack disc, right?
Yeah.
And they added the extra armors. Recon wasn't originally in the game. So let's say you have Halo 3, right? Because it's called Halo 3.
Yeah.
What if Halo 3 wasn't called Halo 3? What if it was like Halo Combat Evolved, Halo Defend Earth, and Halo Finish the Fight? You know what I mean? It's not by numbers. So instead of having Smash 64, Smash Melee, Smash Brawl, now you literally see it with numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you had Halo 3 again, someone's going to be like, that's not a sequel. But because they never called it Smash 4, right? Or because they didn't call it Tussle or something like that. What were they going to call it? Tussle Ultimate? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But because they said for Wii U and 3DS, they can get away with calling it Ultimate.
Yeah.
But if you made Halo 3 again, you added the extra armors in, the extra maps, right? You fixed some bugs you had in the story and multiplayer, right? Added new game types, new ways to interact, stuff like that. That's not a new game. That's just an awesome new version of Halo 3. That's Halo Online I just described.
Is Halo Online a port?
No. Because it's missing so much. And that's not much different.
It's actually really funny. No, it's actually missing a lot.
It's reusing assets. But the game itself is not a port because it's not a full game. Not really. It's an online-only game that's missing so much stuff. So you can't say it's Halo 3, you can't say it's Reach, you can't even say it's Halo 2, Anniversary, because it takes some things from Reach. It uses Halo 3's engine as a base, and has some Halo 2 gameplay to it, right? The majority of it is Halo 3, but it's missing the campaign, and it's missing the majority of its multiplayer. You could say if it's a shoddy port of Halo 3, but it's not intended to be a port of Halo 3. They're literally just ripping assets to make something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this game, they're not just ripping assets. They're taking a game and putting other assets on it.
Yeah.
That's the big difference.
I see.
You know, I can take slices of different fruit and put them together, right? And say this is a new dish. But if I take an apple and I surround it with different, pieces of fruit, that's an apple surrounded by fruit. No one's going to say, that's a new dish. And someone might be like, apple cordonnaire, versus cordonnaire supreme, apple ultimate.
Cordonnaire supreme. Cordonnaire supreme.
Remember Tom kept calling the Warden Eternal the Warden Supreme?
Why?
Because he forgot his name. It fits. Honestly, they're both dumb names.
Scratching your back with a hammer.
Yeah, it feels good. That's pretty much it, though, right? I think we covered it.
That's about it. Yeah.
So basically, I had. Okay. I was gonna say I had a lot of good times with Smash 4, But in the end, I sold Smash 4.
Yeah.
I've never sold a Smash game in my life, and after Smash 4, I said Smash Bros. Is no longer a series that will make me buy a Nintendo system.
Man.
Yeah, I bought Smash 4 a year before the game came out. That's how excited I was. I bought a Wii knowing I hated the Wii, so I could play Brawl. So, this is it's really sad for me. You know, where's my game? Where's the game I want? Where's that thing that I grew up with? That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Is DLC part of the game or not?
Thank you, everyone, for standing by. That's another dumb argument you'll hear another time.
Yeah.
This has been Nick S. of the BoneHeadClan. And
this has been Matthew of the BoneHeadClan.
Yeah, you could say Matt. You could say... I guess I said Nick. I don't go by Blazer Like Soda much anymore, do I?
You can also call me Tam Squared, Tam.
GG. Tam Squared, GG Tam Squared, Matt Shacho, Dan Durple, Dan Dorange, Dan Durple Draws, Dan Durple Scraps. Still think you should do that? Matt.
No.
Matt N. Nipples, Matt Nipitella, Nippy Nips, Nip Nip, Matt Nip Squared, Nipman97, Nipman. You have way too many names.
Nip Potato Chip.
This is Nick S.
This is Matthew N.
Signing off. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you have any strong feelings about me hating something you're really excited for, you can take them and shove them up into the comment section down below. Or don't. I don't care. Love you guys.